What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another new video. So today we're gonna be installing another new mod. The last thing you guys saw was I just finished polishing and ceramic coating this car. I've actually been out of town for the past week. I've been on vacation, so the car's just been sitting in the garage letting the coating cure. You want to leave it for about 7 days or so before you wash it with any chemicals. So it's good for it to just sit in the garage, get some curing done. It's still looking amazing. So today we're going to be installing a new mod, and that's actually going to be a new steering wheel. So let's get into the car and I'll show you what the current setup is, and then I will show you what we're going to. So let's go check it out. Okay, so here we go. This is the steering wheel I have right now. So this is an M2 CS replica. It's full Alcantara. It's not a wrap, so it's a full replacement. I have the carbon fiber trim, and then I also have here is Alcantara as well. That's all been redone. I did the red M1, M2 buttons. Those are from IND, and the magnetic paddles. It's a full replacement. I've had this for about a year now. I actually wear gloves when I drive just to keep it protected. So it is in brand new condition. It has the little 12 o'clock cutout stripe that matches the M2 version. This is the M2 CS. So we're going to be replacing this with something different, something change up the interior a little bit. But let's go check out what we're going to do, and then we will show the install. I'll show everything that's required, everything that's needed to take off, and we'll see what the new one looks like. So let's get to it. Okay, so the steering wheel that I ended up choosing is the JQ Werks Madtrace removable wheel. So this comes with all the buttons. You retain all the OEM buttons on the OEM steering wheel. You don't lose any functions. You still have a horn button here in the middle, but you have your M1, M2. This is your traction control. This is the steering. So this is the adaptive steering button. Then we also have your cruise control settings, volume settings, the mode, so that lets you change the, I think that's a customizable button, and the call button. So I did this with a Momo steering wheel, the carbon fiber paddles. They're also magnetic. We're gonna get this thrown in and we will see how it looks. So I'll walk you guys through the install. Let's get to it. Okay, so first thing we're gonna wanna do, and this isn't really necessary, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the seat all the way back. So I have it as tilted as far back as I can. That just gives me a little bit extra room to work around the wheel. I'm gonna make sure the wheel is perfectly straight while we still have the battery connected. And then I will come back here and we can disconnect the battery. So this is pretty simple. You just twist this little knob. This tilts out, and it's just one 10mm back here. And I usually just pull it off and then set a rag to disconnect the battery. Make sure that it doesn't accidentally connect while I'm working on it. So I'm gonna get those things done and I'll get back. Okay, so now that we have the battery disconnected, the first thing we're gonna do to get the steering wheel off is remove the airbag. So on either side, right here and right here, there are two little access holes. And basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna push into the access hole, and there's a spring. And you wanna push each side of the spring, pull the airbag out, and then pull the other side of the airbag, and then we can disconnect it. So once we have this disconnected, you can gently pry out the clip. And the airbag is completely removed. Now we can set this somewhere for safekeeping. Just want to be careful with it. So now that the airbag is removed, we have two more clips, one on the bottom and one up top. We want to remove those. Here's the top. Now those are the only connections that we need to disconnect, and we can go ahead and remove the main center bolt. This is a 16mm. So just want to pull these off, set this bolt, and the wheel should just be ready to pull off. So we're just going to gently pull it off and set this to the side. Okay, now that I got both of the wheels out of the car, I just want to do a quick comparison of the two. So as you can see, the JQ Werks one is quite a bit smaller. So a little bit tighter diameter. It's going to give me a little bit better control. It's also a little bit thinner, so a little bit less thick around. Now this steering wheel, like I said, this is an M2 CS replica. I actually got this from a company called Carbone. Here they got their logo right here. So the reason I didn't get this from IND, so IND sells basically the exact same wheel, but it's an actual OEM version. And the reason I didn't get it from them is that the OEM M2 CS wheel is not heated. But I was able to get this one with the heated option. Can't really tell the difference. I've compared it to a buddy that has the one from IND, and it's basically the exact same thing. This one's just a tiny bit thicker, which I didn't mind. I kind of enjoy it. But I also have their carbon fiber magnetic paddles. Now these are the JQ Werks magnetic paddles. A little bit of a different sound. About the same feel. And then, like I said, we have the IND M1 and M2 buttons with the carbon center and the Alcantara trim as well. So this wheel is fully removable, so it just uses this hub to quick disconnect, and then we still maintain all the buttons, like the M1, M2 buttons, volume control, sawing control. We still have a horn in the middle. And then this is the Momo. I think this is a 320 millimeter wheel, and it's Alcantara with a flat bottom. So let's go ahead and get the hub installed for this one. And then there's a few accessories that we need to get, such as a resistor, so that we don't have an airbag light for the center airbag. And we will get it all buttoned up and installed. So let's get back into the car and throw it in. Okay, so now that the steering wheel is disconnected, there is a resistor in the back here. Well, there's no resistor yet, but JQ Werks supplies this little Madtrace resistor. There you go. So we're going to install that. There's a plug back here for one of the airbags, or for the airbag. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove this trim, and then we'll unplug it, and we will throw in this resistor so that we don't get an airbag light. So let's get this apart. So now that we got this disconnected, that took a little bit more work, but you just want to make sure that you're not gonna, damage any of these plastics or break any of these tabs. But basically we started on the back side with the top, pop the top up on both sides, and then work your way to the front where we pop off these tabs here. And then the bottom is held on by one tab here and one tab here. You pry those out and you can pull the bottom down. So what we're gonna do is there is an airbag sensor right here. We're going to pull that out. These other sensors are, this one here is for the key. This one here is for the heated steering wheel button. So those we're going to leave alone. But this one here is the one for the airbag. And we will be replacing that with the resistor that we have from JQ Werks. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, so we have the resistor. And I don't know if you can see, but there are little grooves right here. So it will only match one direction with the plug into the car. So that way we're sure we're not going to break any pins. You just want to be extra careful. But so let's go ahead and get this plugged in. Okay, now that's plugged in. Should be able to just tuck it up out here out of the way. And we can get this connected back up. Okay, so that's basically just a reverse process of what we did. Clip the bottom back in, then we can clip the top back in. What went front to back for the clips. Everything's back together. It helps if you can use the telescoping. Gives you a little bit of extra room. but we are all good. So I'm just gonna set it here for now. And we can go ahead and get started with the hub. So the hub actually comes with two separate pieces. So the first piece we have here is the electronics module. This is what the steering wheel actually plugs into. This is what it latches to. And then this is what allows the buttons to work with the car. So, and then this is the actual hub that it attaches to the car. So what we're gonna do is there's not enough room once you put this on to plug the sensors in. So what we're gonna do, we're going to thread the plugs through first. So we're only gonna be using those two top holes. These, I know you probably can't see it on the video, but these holes align just like this. The holes line up perfectly. So what we're going to do is leave this tucked to the side, but this has the threads on the inside that match the car. So we're going to plug these in. Okay, those are plugged in. And the hub is now on. Now we can take the 16mm bolt that we took off earlier, start threading that back on. And then they supply you with this little wrench, this little CNC wrench that they use, and basically this is a bracket. So this is it lets us hold on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the supplied hardware. Just take two of these and thread them into the base. Okay, so we have our torque wrench set to 50 foot-pounds. I'm actually going to use my leg to brace it. There we go. So you can see on the back of the steering wheel, we have this specific shape here. So we want to make sure that matches this shape so we know which direction this bolt hole should be going straight up. Okay, so we're just going to tighten these in a star pattern. Not too tight. We just want them about hand tight. And we should be good. So now let's get the steering wheel. Do not need to pull back. This we can just leave. See how it looks. That's pretty cool. That looks pretty good right here. Just pull it off. Comes right off. Sure, I'll get more used to pulling it on, but there you go. She's on. She's tight. Wow, look at that. Looks so good. So we still got our M1, M2 buttons. These are little joysticks. So this one's the volume. You can go next song, previous song by clicking back or forth. Up or down works as well. This is for the cruise control, so you can use it as a knob or move it. Super satisfying. All right, let's go ahead and get the battery plugs back in. Make sure we have no codes. I'll check, make sure that all the buttons are working, functioning properly, and we can get this wrapped up. Okay, so we got the battery plugged back in. Let's go ahead and power back to the car. Just an ignition, so it's a TPMS. No airbag light. Oh, yep, lane departure. I think that's because of the steering wheel, so I might have to have that one coded out. All right, turn on the lights. So we get all the buttons. See, M1 works. M2 works. Okay, so I think I still need to somehow program these buttons. I'm gonna do some more research, but the M1, M2 works, volume control works, the cruise control works. There you go, horn works. So I just started the car up a little bit, made sure everything was good, no lights, no error codes. So here we are. So pretty happy with the result. So I actually got one more thing. So let's go ahead and get that that last thing. I'm gonna go show them to you, and then we'll get them thrown into the vehicle as well. So let's go back into the garage and let's get started on those. Okay, so we just got the steering wheel installed. That thing looks amazing, but we have one more mod to do to the interior, and that is a new set of carpets. So these are from P2M or Phase 2 Motorsport. These are their checkered floor mats. I think these look pretty cool. I was debating on, you know, going back and forth between if I wanted the M Performance ones. You know, I've always looked at, I like the functionality of the WeatherTech floor mats, but they're a little expensive and they don't look the best. And I don't drive this car in the rain either. So this is pretty much just a weekend car. Doesn't really see any mud or rain or anything like that. So I'm not really too worried about, you know, protecting the carpets too much. But so they have these cool little checkered patterns on them. I think it'll be quite a nice upgrade. So let's see what they look like originally. So we just have black. Remember, this is our OEM painted fire extinguisher from OEM Extinguishers. Let me know if you want to get one of these. Completely OEM, just uses the OEM holes on the bottom of the seat. And then this is paint matched mineral white. You can do any BMW color, any individual color, anything you need. Moves with the seat, so stays out of the way. When you sit in there, you don't even notice it. It's completely out of the way. But anyways, these are the, you know, original floor mats. You get dirty pretty easily. They look good once you can, you know, get some carpet stripes on them or whatnot, but a little harder to see back here, but I think it'll look better. These checkers. Let's go ahead and throw these in. All right, so we got them thrown in. They look really good. Give the interior just a little bit of an updated look. A little something different. I still have my seat cover on here, but yeah, there you go with the new wheel. Just looks way better in general. So pretty excited for those. They look pretty good. Now, one thing is they were supposed to come with a Velcro. So you were supposed to add a little piece of Velcro to the back here, and it just 3M's to this side, and it needed to match up to where these are. But I looked through all through the packaging and I couldn't find it. So I'm gonna hit up, I think I got these from Evasive Motorsport. So I'm gonna hit them up, see if maybe they have them sitting somewhere, see if they can get them to send them to me. It's only for the front two. The rear two don't even have a spot. They just kind of stay in place, but they'll take a little bit of time. I think they just kind of need to lay out. They're all wrapped up in the box. So they'll wrap up, they'll lay out and form to the car a little bit better. That's how it looks in the back. So it looks pretty clean. I'm happy with how it came out. Unfortunately, we can't go for a drive today. It's pretty yucky, pretty gross out here in Houston. So it's about 60 degrees and it's been raining all day long. So car's coming together well. Still have more updates coming. Got a few more parts on the way, but those might be taking a little bit longer than expected, but that's okay. So there we go. We got the JQ Werks Madtrace steering wheel installed today, as well as the checkered floor mats from Phase 2 Motorsports. Got a few more things on the way. Like I said last video, we did the ceramic coating. We also threw on boot mod, or BM3, just the stage 1 flash. Still haven't driven the car much, only driven the car maybe 30 to 50 miles. So far it feels amazing, feels really, really good. Haven't really had too much time to play with it yet. Mess with it. Still haven't messed with any of the burble settings. Still just on the GTS setting, which I think I'm gonna change. I think I want it just a little bit more aggressive. Not any of the big pops, but just a little bit more of the gurgling and stuff. Other than that, we got some more stuff coming, so stay tuned. Leave a like or a comment. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video.